Hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. And it's Friday night. It sure is. It is Forget About It Friday. And here we are in Shooting Star 3.0. And welcome to this Friday night live stream. This is an early live stream for me. I want to welcome everybody, especially my wrench, Strong's Adventure Billy, and my dear friend Jojo, and Lorelei. Oh goodness, Lorelei Lake House Adventures. Thank you for joining. So it is a beautiful Friday, nice and cool here in Illinois. I don't mean it's not cold. It's still warm, and it is, but it's actually livable. I mean, I don't have to worry about the air conditioning because it is a good temperature. Although I do have the air conditioning on and I'm maintaining, I just was checking my thermostat up here. I'm maintaining 80 degrees. So that is good for me. I hope everybody can hear me okay. And I hope oh, Mama Faye, welcome. Hello there. Good to see you again. And it's good to see a couple of the people just chiming in early. It looks like it's saying I only have one bar, but let me check this. I want to make sure that it's on my RV road. It's on my Starlink. I don't know why it's saying only one bar. But I welcome you all to my channel. And thank you for joining in. There's been a lot of things happening the last couple of weeks with YouTube and the nomads and YouTubers and people in general. So I do want to open up my live stream first and foremost by expressing my deepest condolences to Deborah Dickinson and Frugal RV Gal in the recent passing of Deborah's little buddy, Bandit. It appears that I saw a post today that her puppy, her little boy dog, has passed away, and he had been battling illnesses. So, yeah, it's really sad that, because I know how I would feel if something happened to my dear little Danny. Right, Danny? You want to come over here and sit on my lap? Come on. She's been sad. She doesn't like to hear about her nomad friends, her puppy dog friends. Yeah. I know it's sad. So she's mourning her fellow nomad dog, Bandit. And yeah, it was so sad. I'm sure that they just settled into a new place, and it's some place that he would be able to run and play and do some great things, especially with Sammy Joe and Frugal and everything, and not be, uprooted all at the time and traveling. Because I know Danny gets a little bit upset, constantly, stop and go. But we've been pretty fortunate this summer that we've been able to stay for like 3 weeks at a time at our Thousand Trails membership parks. And we've been spending a lot of time at the park in Amboy, Illinois. I like it here because I've made friends here, but it's not the best park that I've ever been to. I will say that because it could use, some cleaner facilities. I mean, it's taken them a long time to get started this year. So I guess, it would be okay if it was like within reason, like maybe a week or two. I mean, because the pools were not open on time and they're constantly closing the pools. And then I got to go find a pool that's open because they have 3 pools. You got to go find one that's open, which means it's no longer within walking distance. Now I got to, take the car because I like to be not that far from my dog, from Danny in the house. Yeah, so, but I'll be leaving here soon and be headed out to, oh, hi, Blissful Ventures. I've been seeing you on your YouTube videos and watching you. I didn't watch the newest one you just posted with a young man. I don't know who that was, but I'll have to go back, get over there and watch it. But Danny's right here. I did find out. I did take Danny to the vet, and I'll be doing a video about that. But I did want to say, as you know, for the last 3 years, I thought Danny was in menopause, but she's not. What is a what? I'm not sure what that is, Billy. Anyway, um, we thought this little girl was in menopause, but she's not, and she is. I do have to keep a good eye on her so she doesn't get pregnant. And she's been playing with this little boy dog, my Christina's dog. Christina, my sister-in-law, she has a dog. It's a miniature poodle, and she's been playing around with Buddy. Not playing around with Buddy, but Buddy's been humping on her, but she was not interested. Little did I know, however, that she could have ended up with puppies, and then we would have had some Morky poos. But it would not have been good for her. Hi, Melanie. Good to see you again. Also, thanks for joining us. Oh, that's your nephew, Isaiah. That's so nice. Well, nice to meet you, Isaiah. I have a lot of things I thought we'd talk about today because there's been a lot going on. You know, one, like I said, unfortunately, Deborah has lost her buddy. And as you saw in my last video, Camper Van Kevin is not going to be doing YouTube anymore. At least I'm hoping he'll come back. But right now, you know, he needs to really just like he says, he needs to really concentrate on his health and get back to 100% or close to it. But I'm hoping he gets back to 100%. And I did do a video about it. And one of the main things I wanted to reiterate in my video was the ambulance, air ambulance program. And I did put some information on there about that program. And it isn't that expensive. And I do want you to know that I do not get any kickback for it. If I have no code or anything else that you put in that gives me any credit or anything else. I've already paid for mine for the year, so it's not like I'm going to get any credit for it. But if, you know, I just think if it's in today's day and age, if you're able to smoke cigarettes at $10 a pack, I don't smoke anymore. I quit smoking 18 years ago after smoking for over 40 years. Okay. And I quit smoking for Mother's Day, and right around at the same time, my grandson Rocco was born, my third grandchild. So, with that being said, I feel pretty good. I mean, yeah, there's days I want to have a cigarette, but when I found out how much cigarettes cost today, oh my goodness, they're like outrageously expensive. I'd have to roll my own. You know, but anyway, so I just wanted to share that information. It's really important. If you could smoke cigarettes, at $10 a pack, you could pay just to at least give you the air ambulance service. That would, I mean, I don't know, even if you don't have insurance, once you get to the hospital, they cannot refuse you. I've been reading up on it for friends of mine who don't have any form of insurance, but once you get to a hospital, they cannot refuse you care. Travels with Pearl, my dear friend. Hi, how are you? One of the other things I was going to talk about today before we get too deep into this is I wanted to show you my soap. I made soap this summer. These are 2 bars of soap. I didn't make them any fancy colors. I just did make them some pretty flower shape. They're nice big bars of soap. And these are lemongrass. I love lemongrass. And what I like about lemongrass soaps is that lemongrass helps the bugs away. These are made with goat's milk. And it's awesome if you have skin issues because it's great for your skin. And I'm hoping to make some more while I'm on the road. Right now, I have like 10 bars that have just been cured because it takes a while to cure. Thanks, Mama Faye. It Takes a little while to cure, but once they're cured, they're ready to use. And in fact, I just sent Liz a couple of bars, and she said she loved them also. And I've been using them for a while. It's my friend Marcia, Michigan Marcia. It's her recipe, and I intend to make some more. I just bought some I bought some soap molds. And what's nice about it is you don't have to cook them in an oven or anything, because I don't have an oven, which makes it good. So I got a few things I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about memberships and Patreon, because I have that membership program, and I just want to make sure everybody knows who is a member of my membership, on my membership, who's a member, that if you find out that if you feel like you can't afford to do that anymore, or it's an inconvenience for you, please don't feel bad about it at all. If you feel that you need to unscribe from that membership portion, I hope you'll still remain a subscriber. But if you feel that you need to unsubscribe, you don't have to worry about me getting mad or talking bad about you or anything, because that you unsubscribe. I understand, and it's not any of my business on why you need to unsubscribe. Hey, Craig, thanks for joining us. So if you do feel that you need to unsubscribe, or if you're one of my Patreons, which I only have a handful, but I do appreciate my Patreons and my members, I totally get it. It could be a pain to have something like that taken off your debit card or your credit card every month, and it's like, oh, what's that charge for? I don't, you got it all paid off, and now you're thinking, what is that on my charge card? So I really get it. And don't worry about it. I will not talk bad about you on YouTube. I will not get mad at you or anything else. I won't, it's not my business. If you can't afford it, or if you just would like to, put that money somewhere else, then I totally understand, because I want to tell you. Thanks, Mama Faye. I do want to tell you, because one of the things I have decided, that I've been doing, is I donate a small amount of money, but I donate a small amount of money to the Moose Lodge, the children's orphanage, Moose Heart. It's called Moose Heart, Heart, Moose Heart. And it's based in Aurora, Illinois, right here where my home base is. And it's very near and dear to my heart, because Moose Heart houses several young people from all ages, from little babies all the way up to the high school, and then it helps them with getting a college education. But they take over and house them and become their parents and their mentors, and they're there for them to depend on, because they don't have parents or they are orphaned. And being that I'm an orphan, I definitely feel that that is one of the best places that I can donate to. I really, it's near and dear to my heart, because I too am an orphan, although I was not raised in that orphanage. It's not really an orphanage, I guess, but it's a private home for children. And I actually thought about it at one point. I thought about teaching there, because when I had retired from my job in Florida, I had thought about becoming I'm looking for my fly swatter, because there's a fly right there, and it's going to die right now. I'm going to commit a horrible, horrific crime upon a fly. And I got it. Gross. Danny, why didn't you get that fly? I really don't want her eating flies, though. But anyway, so that's what I have tried. I do that every month. I have them take a certain dollar amount of money out of my checking account, and it goes to the Moose Heart Moose Heart for the children. And I've been very fortunate that when I've traveled, I've also been able to stay at the Moose Lodges on their property for a small donation, which is a separate donation from the one that goes to the orphanage. I'm the bug slayer. Yeah, I'm the bug slayer. Not Buffy bug slayer, but RV Rebel Slayer. So I did want to get that out of the way. But for those of you who are Patreons and do have a membership, I do want to say thank you. I do appreciate it. So I know it could be like I don't know if they have like new rules for it or something. I haven't been paying much attention. And I just want to once again thank my moderator, one of my moderators, Strong's Adventures, Billy Strong and Rhonda Strong. They're like two of my best buds that I really love and adore very much, and I enjoy hanging out with. So I'm looking forward to going to the WWR, well, hosting the WWR at the end of September in Tatum, Texas, at Martin Creek State Park. I know I keep putting it backwards. I'm a little dyslexic, so sometimes I switch words around. And it's in Tatum, Texas, which is closer to the Louisiana border. It's not that far. It's only about an hour from Bossier, which is they have a casino in Bossier. It's not that far from. It's like about an hour from Shreveport. If you're coming from the other coast, the East Coast, coming straight across 10, or even if you're coming down and then across. I'll be coming from Chicago. So if you're looking at the map, I'll be coming from Chicago and going this way. Well, to you, it's that way, I guess. But I'll be going southwest. I am going to make a couple of stops. Oh, great, Blissful Ventures, you're coming. I'm so excited. I'm glad you're going to be there. It'll be great to see you, and I'm sure that Danny will enjoy playing with Peanut, although we can't hook him up because, well, the vet said not to let her get pregnant. Because we talked about hooking your dog up with mine, but the vet said she's too old because she's going to be 9 in October, you know? Okay, so we're going to be in the Broken Bowl, BOWL, Broken Bowl loop. And it's going to be right near some of the cabins and some of the screened in shelters. I did rent, I'm going to be in a regular campsite, but I did rent a screen house because it's not like when we went to Abilene State Park for other events, or even when we did the WWR in Illinois, we didn't have, a shelter or anything like that. We just did it at our campsites. So I did rent a screen shelter that is just got screens on it. And so if it rains, the rain could come in the screens, but it would have a roof over our head, and keep the bugs out maybe. And also the range master said that some people will put tarps on the screens. There's hooks on the inside, so you could put like tarps on there for privacy, or to keep, if it gets cold or something, or to keep the rain out if it should rain. But I did rent a screened in shelter. It's like a little screened in cabin, I think, but there's no bathroom in there, so you'll kind of have to haul ass back to your camper or to the potty house, the bathroom, if you should need to hit the toilets. We do always have a great time. We do. And but I do want to say this meetup, we will return. That's what we're calling it. We will return. Martin Creek Lake State Park. Yeah, Billy put it up there just so you could see it. Strong's Adventure put it up there. But I want to say that it's going to be very low key. We're not going to have any special events or contests or anything like that. But we will have a potluck. So we're talking about Saturday, having a potluck Saturday afternoon. And Sunday, it depends on what time you got to leave. If you're going to leave Sunday or if you're going to leave Monday, we can do a breakfast on Sunday, maybe an early breakfast, because I think probably checkout time, I'm not sure if it's noon or 11 o'clock, but maybe we can do an early breakfast. And I'm staying till Monday morning. I'm going to check out Monday morning, and I'm going to get there Thursday. So I'll be excited. And like, hey, Kev C, thank you. Welcome. So good to see you, and glad you could join us because I know you work different hours. So yeah, it's kind of like, the only thing is if somebody does have a cornhole and they want to bring it, that would be great because I don't have mine anymore. And Gypsy Pear, they usually bring one, but they won't be attending that I know of. I don't think they are. I haven't heard anything. But if you have a cornhole game or some kind of game you want to play, I'm going to bring my dominoes. So we can play dominoes. And I don't think there's a table in this greenhouse because you got to bring your own stuff. But I do have one of those aluminum tables. I have two different kinds of tables that I can bring. One's real small and not really big enough for dominoes, but the aluminum table might be okay for dominoes. But they also have a picnic table at the greenhouse. I don't think we could bring it inside the greenhouse though. But I don't believe there's one in there. But you never know; there might be one in there. It would be nice if there was. 11 o'clock checkout time at Texas State Parks. Well, then we'll have to do an early breakfast for those people that are leaving on Sunday. We'll kind of what we'll do is we'll take a poll of when we get there, when everybody gets there, like on Friday. So what we'll do is if you're checking in on Friday, since Friday's the actual starting date of the get together, we'll say, why don't we all meet at the greenhouse at like 5 p.m. and we can do like a little, cocktail hour or coffee hour or soda hour, whatever you want to do. Or maybe, unless you want to meet later than that, because 5 o'clock isn't dinner time. But maybe people eat early and just come and hang out 5 or 6 o'clock. And we can decide about, what time we want to do the potluck on Saturday and what time we want to do breakfast on Sunday. I do want to say that Lessons by Lila, Tammy and her husband, Tammy, and I'm having a brain freeze. Oh, goodness. Tammy and Charlie. Charlie has volunteered to make coffee again. He's our man. He's a coffee guy. Hi, Christina. Thank you for coming on. Christina is Buddy's human mom. Buddy is Danny's playmate. He's the poodle that I was talking about earlier. But so Charlie said he would be more than happy to get up and make coffee in the morning. So we'll have a coffee pot set up in the screen shelter. He'll bring the coffee pot, and between myself and the Rhonda and Billy Strong, we will be supplying the coffee and some creamer and sugar. But bring your own cup, okay? Rhonda's already sent me, Billy's wife has already sent me money to go towards something for the event. So we're going to use that money for the morning coffee, our coffee bar. Doesn't that sound good? So, yeah, I'm so grateful for Billy Strong and his wife. They have become very good friends. And I met them at a palooza in Texas at a Texas State Park. So speaking of paloozas, I just was going to say this Facebook page is named Paloozas, Past, Present, and Future. A palooza, if you don't know, and I mentioned this before, maybe I said it on my last live stream, but I'd like to reiterate it for anybody who's new. A palooza is a great event. Not any particular event, but it's a great event. So that's why I have the Facebook page as Paloozas Past and Present. I got an itch on my back. And my back scratcher's over there. If you would like to advertise an event, just post it on the page. It has people and members from all different events that we have all attended. from our events at Abilene State Park and at Cedar Creek State Park. Hi, Dee Powell. Welcome. We could put, and you know what, Billy, we could put a cooler in there or something to put some Coca-Colas in there if somebody wants Coca-Cola, you know. I hope, Lorelai, I'm so glad you're able to come. Um, I'm hoping that the weather's going to be great. And I think it will be. I took Billy's word for it. He said it's a great time of the year. It shouldn't be too hot. It is pretty warm. It's been pretty warm before at that time of the year. Oh, there's my little girl sneaking in there underneath there she is. There she is. Peeking over there. What are you doing, Danny? Huh? You want to get on the camera? You want to be on the camera? I don't know if I can get you in there. Let's see. She likes to be in the camera. She's so pretty, isn't she? Be a lady. Don't be a lady. Don't be doing anything you're not supposed to do on here. She was just groomed recently because, hi, Judith. So happy you made it to the live stream. Great. I'm so excited about this because it's been 2 years since we've had a meetup with any of the people from our group, whether it had been van build people that met up with us in Parker, Arizona, or RTR people that we met up with in RTR, or people that we've met up with at WWR, or people we've met at other meetups, such as the Paloozas that we used to go to in Texas. Oh, you're in North Carolina. That's right, Mama Faye. You're in North Carolina. So it's really going to be, I think it's really going to be fun. And it's kind of like right around the corner because we're coming up to the end of August. So I'm going to be leaving Chicago August 7th or 8th, I believe, because my grandson Rocco is playing their first home football game at his college because he got a football scholarship at his college is going to be September 6th. So as soon as I'm going to go to the game, I'm going to stay at the state park near the university, and which is like 10 minutes from the college parking lot. So Danny will be okay staying in the camper. I'll have full hookup electric hookup. So Danny will be able to stay there. And then I'll attend the game with my son and maybe my granddaughter. I'm not sure yet who's all going, but I'm going to be there. And even if he doesn't play, I'll be there to watch him sit on the bench because he's a freshman, and freshmen don't always get to play. It's usually the seniors' rule. You know, they get to their last year of college, whatever. So but I'll be there, get to watch them come out on the field or even sit on the bench. I hope that'll be cool. Or you never know, he might have to sit in the locker room if he doesn't play. I don't know how the rules are. Every college has different rules. I'm counting down the weeks too. I am going to be sad to leave. I will say that I'll be sad to leave my family. But the weather's changing here, and okay, that's enough. Hey, that's enough. Hey. That's enough. Stop. I'll be sad to leave my family, of course. But I need to get out to Nevada early because I have to get my RV fixed. So this is kind of like perfect timing. I'll be stopping, making 2 stops, maybe 3 along the way for maybe a day at a time. I'm going to make my reservations today to hopefully for another Thousand Trails Park that's right over the Oklahoma border in Texas. But I'm hoping to stop by and see friends of mine, former Nomad. I mean, not former. Well, yeah, they're former Nomads. They're stationary now. I'm hoping to stop and visit with Dana and Steve and the kids, the full tiny house family, and get to see their home that they are now in a home. I got bug in here. And I will stop and see Motorhome Max, his creator, Motorhome Max. If for some people don't know who that is, but Motorhome Max is a dog puppet that used to have a YouTube channel, but I happen to be friends with his creator and his wife, my friends Mike and Debbie, and I'll stop and see them. And they're in Oklahoma, right at the border. And then, so I'll be there's a Thousand Trails Park right near them, right at the edge of Oklahoma and Texas. So they're like half an hour maybe from the park. And Dana still has her membership at Thousand Trails, so she said she might even be able to come and park at the park with me for maybe a day or two, visit. While I'm there, because I only have a couple days. I only have a couple days before I got it. I need to get to Tatum, so I'll be coming down. I'll be coming across from Chicago and down to Oklahoma and into Texas, and then I'll be going back a little bit to the east, but southeast in the state of Texas to get to Tatum to meet up with all of you people who are going to be boomerangs. I guess we could just say boomerangs. We will return. That's right. We're boomeranians. We're not Pelusians anymore. We're boomeranians. So, oh, you made window covers. That's really nice, Dee. You started car camping? Cardboard boxes for storage, food, clothes, pillows, and twin sheets for bedding, and cooler and electric hot plate for cooking. Food areas. Very nice. Oh, your grandson's playing college football in San Antonio. He's a sophomore. That's awesome. Well, my grandson Rocco is a freshman, and he's playing for Olivet Nazareth Academy, um, and they are a Christian college. And so they're in a different league than like your state colleges, but it's where the Chicago Bears used to practice, and they practiced in Bourbonnais, Illinois for years. So that's where we'll be watching Rocco play football. So what else did I have on my list? Because I want to get to the main subject of what we were going to talk about today. So I did mention the memberships. I mentioned how sad I was about Deborah's puppy, and it was very sad. And then if you have any upcoming events or meetups that you would like to share, please just feel free to post them on the Facebook page. Okay, because we'd like to hear about it. So one of the main things that I was really, thinking about, how's the temperature out here in Illinois? Is that what you're asking, Melanie? It's like 75 today. I mean, it was like maybe got to 79, but right now it's like 75. Actually, it might be even cooler, but I have the air conditioning on because I have everything closed up for the live stream. So let's see what it is now in Illinois. And it's going to be cool all next week here, which is great. I'm excited about that because it's been really kind of scorching hot. So it's 74 degrees right now. It says sunny, but it's not really sunny anymore. As you can see, the sun has kind of gone down. It might have been a little sunny when we first started the live stream, but now it's not sunny anymore. It's starting. The sun has gone in. Pub Camper 58. Thanks for dropping in, Cheryl. So good to see you. And Cheryl is Campground hosting in Tennessee. She's done that several times. And Cheryl, what's the name of your campground? I forgot. I know what it is, but I just can't bring the name of it up right now. I have those senior moments. I am going to be 71. So I have had to write things down lately. And her dog is named Clover. I do remember that. I remember the dog's names pretty much. Her dog's name is Clover, and I know she just got to her state park recently. Oh, it's Tim's Ford. I knew it had something to do with Ford because I drive a Ford. Tim's Ford State Park in Winchester, Tennessee. And she's campground host there often. She's been there several times. Lorelai, you might enjoy doing campground hosting because of all the things that are happening and all these people broadcasting all this stuff and all these, it's like they're trying to make everybody think the sky is falling in Nomad land. The sky is not falling in Nomad land, but yeah, things do change in Nomad land when people abuse camping privileges. 6th year, yeah, at Tim's Ford. I knew you there often, and almost I think you said you weren't planning to go back this year, but they needed someone, and they jumped out and called you because they know they could depend on you. Oh, I bet that was beautiful, Dee. I bet that was really nice. I've often thought about being a campground host, and every time I go to sign up for it, I think, oh, I don't think I can do it. You really have to commit for at least 2 months or 3 months. I don't think I could do that. But you know what? I've been here since April. I could have campground hosted this whole summer. But I do have a Thousand Trails membership, and I really, there's very few times when I am in need of a place to stay. Now, I did mess up on my reservation, so I have to check out of here on the 27th, on and then I can come back on the 30th. But I don't know how I messed that reservation up. So, but I have Boondockers Welcome, and I've been a member since way back when I first started, and I still pay $30 a year because I am grandfathered in. Hey, Mo Bang, is Mo Bang on here? Did I not see him come on here? Or did somebody just talk about him? Well, okay, Jojo, what happens is campground hosting is actually, it's not, in most cases you don't get paid, but there are some instances when you can get paid if you work certain different things other than the campground host. If you pick up one of the other jobs on the campground, like work in the office or something like that, or in the store. But campground hosting usually is you get to stay in the campground in return for having a campsite. And that's usually how it works. Well, thank you about that. When you say that about that Cheryl Pup Camper but I want to say that I have recently um, also upgraded my plan. I do now have the adventure plan on a 4-year contract, and I get to stay 3 weeks at a time. It costs me about $250 a month, and I am locked into a 4 years. Now, I can't rent a garage for $250 a month. And the last time I did try to get into campground hosting, they told me I had to be a couple. I couldn't do it if I was a single person. And that was in a federal campground in Nevada. So I just decided, I'd have to find an alternative. So I've been very good about making sure that I interchange my camping with Boondockers Welcome or freecampsites.com or my national park pass, or I go to a state park, and there is no such thing as a free lunch. And if people tell you there is, and people who say they're doing everything for free, well, maybe they are, but if they're doing it for free, some of them, I'm not saying they are the people that are ruining it for the rest of us. Yeah, I am a couple with Danny. We are a couple, yeah. Um, but I think a lot of those people that totally do free, they're not doing free if they're going to the LTVA. Okay. If you go to the LTVA, you're paying for the LTVA. So you're not doing free. So you are paying something. And the LTV is a structured camping area. Um, if you go there for that 7 months and you're paying your 180 and you're getting, uh, you know, gray water and black water dumps and fresh water to drink and a garbage disposal, because that's all I need. I mean, but a lot of people, if the difference with the campground is we have pools and we have shower and bathhouses if you don't want to use your own shower and you want to use their hot water. And you have some other amenities, which to me, it's worth it to have those extra amenities. Oh, especially with my dog. And if it gets too hot. Last year when I was in Arizona, I was there, it was 113 degrees. I couldn't even I ran that water for an hour and cold water never came out of the tap, ever. Like, this is ridiculous. I almost passed out taking a shower. So, and I was hooked up to power and everything, but it was got pretty crazy there, you know. Um, but I was grateful because a friend of mine was managing a RV campground right there in Yuma, and so I did my 2 weeks. At that time, I only had 2 weeks. I did my 2 weeks at the Thousand Trails Park, and then I went across the street and I parked for 7 days at her campground at a disc. She gave me a discounted price as a family member, and then I went back to the Thousand Trails Park and did another 2 weeks. So then I went up. Then I went up to Quartzsite and I camped for a week, and then I went back to Yuma and camped, at Thousand Trails for another 2 weeks. So I did manage it well. But at this point, I, I'm glad that I have that. In fact, when I went in Yuma and I camped with the girls. I camped with Dan and Janet and Joan Rocks and New York Joan and uh, Cindy and a couple of the other girls from Quartzsite that I'm friends with. And we camped at LTVA in Yuma at the one in the LTVA down there in Yuma. I always forget the names, but we had a ball there. Thanks for stopping in, Mama Faye. Good to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, a lady who changed her Kia van into a luxury home, bathwater, kitchen. She shared with me Harvest Host and Boondockers. Yeah, I have Boondockers Welcome, but I don't do Harvest Host. And I did try it, but I never ended up using it, so I canceled it. And I'm already locked into the original $30 a year, so I don't want to lose that. I just don't want to lose that. So one of the other things I was gonna talk about when I said my subject was where have they all gone? I recently, my friend Margie and Jeff, friends to all of us, Ashes in April, Margie and Jeff did a video and talked about how they were saying goodbye to April. April is their Class C motorhome, and they were saying goodbye to April, and it was all empty. And boy, it was so sad to watch that. I mean, it was my heart, Um, it was just, I felt like, oh my gosh, And I met Margie and Jeff at the RTR when we camped outside of the RTR area. Only camped on the other side where the original RTR used to be. And that was the year that they dug out that trench to get to the other side and the bathrooms, etc. Well, a lot of us, we stayed on the original side. We didn't go inside that area. We walked over there. We would walk over there to be part of some of the festivities. But anyway, so it was kind of sad. So, you know, um, Margie and Jeff, they didn't say they're going to stop traveling. They just sold their motorhome, and they'll probably do some local traveling according to their video. I think they'll still share some videos with us. They didn't say that they weren't going to be on YouTube anymore. So I'm hoping that Margie and Jeff will continue to um, put together some videos for us and keep us posted on how they're doing, because when you make friends on the road, we feel like we're connected to you. And when I had the WWR in Tennessee, I got some kind of glare on here. When I did the WWR in Tennessee at the TVA, which was a great campground, JoJo was there, Rex was there, um, Liz was there, Travels with Pearl, she was there. Who else was there? Several people were there. Tammy, RB Tollers was there. And then Carrie Joe came to visit, and so did Jeff and Margie. They came to visit because they were not staying that far away. And so I think they might be settled not that far from that area. So I'm hoping that I'll still be able to visit with them when I go to Tennessee, which is nice. So that's somebody. She said she would keep in touch. She said she would hope she would see me on the road again, and I'm hoping that we will, because I go through Tennessee all the time, and she knows that. Also, yeah, when they pulled in the slides on their motorhome at the end of the video, it was like, oh my gosh, they're pulling in the slides. Oh, there is Tammy and Charlie, lessons from Lila. Oh, hey. Glad that you made it. We were talking about the meetup. We're getting excited, but we're also talking about some of the people that we won't be seeing on the road anymore, or we just won't be seeing on YouTube anymore. I mean, just because we won't be seeing Kevin and the Wolfpack on YouTube for a while, it doesn't mean, or maybe anymore, we don't know if he'll come back, but it doesn't mean that we might not see him down the road. And I'm hoping I'm going to see Kevin down the road. I have been fortunate enough to visit him at his property. Thanks, Scarlett, for joining us. So, that would be nice if I'll still be able to see them if I go past them. Just like I'm going to go visit Dana and Steve, the full tiny house. Hopefully, on my way down to Texas. Then I'm looking around and I'm thinking, where's everybody gone? Destination Open Road. Terry and Scott. Now I know they were just up at Aja's and Aja gave Terry a birthday party for her birthday. It was really awesome. But Destination Open Road has not been doing very many videos at all. They did do a couple of videos when they came out to visit at Aja's, but other than that, it had been a year. They've, moved on to some other things in their life that they're taking care of or doing or enjoying. Hi, Barb Connor. Thank you. Yes. Oh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Tammy and Charlie. It just gives us more destinations to go to. So that means that maybe we can go and visit them. You know what it says on my van? Does anybody remember what I have written across my van? And that's my motto. If I can't bring you to my house, I'll bring my house to you. Yeah, and that's what I do. I like to go visit the people I care about. And I'm thinking like, okay, a lot of these people I've known for 8 years, but there's other people I've gone to visit that I've known for 40 and 50 years. Like when I went to Washington, I was traveling with the tribe and we were up in Washington. And then I said, hey, I'm going to take a break because I got to go up to Battleground. I've never been to Battleground. Well, it's my first time to Washington. So I went to Battleground, Washington, and I visited my childhood friend, Luann. And I hadn't seen her since college, since freshman year in college. We lived on the same street. We went to the same high school. She moved in a little bit later. She didn't go to the same grammar school I went to, but we've been friends for many years. And it was so nice that I was able to go and visit her. And I got to see her sister who was staying there, which I knew her sister very well. Her sister and my brother were in the same grade. So it was really nice that I could go and visit them. Barb, I hope you're doing well. Now, Barb was traveling with Pup Camber. Where are you at now, Barb? Oh, so Barb, Cheryl, Pup Camber 58, you're not going to Quartzsite this year. You're just going to stay at the state park. Oh, well, I'll tell you, when I leave, I don't stay in Quartzsite like I did way back in the beginning. I stayed there before January and February, and then left and went to Florida. But I don't do that anymore. Okay, Janice. But Janice, thank you for coming and visiting, and I'm glad you were in the Lurkers Lounge. It was nice of you to say hello. I do watch you singing on your videos. I enjoy your music, and I know you enjoy, performing and jamming. Thank you for stopping by. So the other people that, I said about Destination Open Road, the other people who are not doing videos anymore, my dear, dear friends, Sue and Ed, Nomad Ranch. Now they have the property right next to Aja, and they have their dog Scout. They used to have a pug, but um, I think his name was Bandit also. I can't remember. I'm having a brain freeze, but they're not doing videos anymore either. So it's not the only, oh, that you're sweet, Janice. Thank you for coming by. I hope you'll continue to watch. I know you got to go, but I understand. But thanks, Billy Strong's Adventure. So that's another nomad. They're not doing YouTube anymore. So you've got some people who are still going to do YouTube, but they're not traveling. But you have that are doing a different type of a YouTube because they're not traveling anymore. Maybe they're doing a static YouTube from home or whatever, or maybe with a hobby. And then you have those people who um, are not doing either. They're not doing YouTube and they're not traveling. I just learned, I think I'm going to have to turn a light on in here. Can you give me a minute? Uh-oh. I just want to, that's a little better. I think that's a little better. Okay. Um, I was just going to say something about that. Oh, must not have been too important. It was about people doing, not traveling and not doing YouTube, either one. Um, we know that Camper Van Kevin is stationary and he won't be doing YouTube, but he did say he would still be on Facebook. So you can still catch up with him and see what's going on and how he's doing, how he's recuperating, from Facebook. Oh, you're in Yellowstone, the glaciers. Then back to Washington. I'll see you in Q. Yeah. Now, I haven't been staying in Quartzsite very long. I go there maybe for a week or two, and I go to Yuma, and then I go to Las Vegas, and I come back to Quartzsite because um, I don't really take part in a lot of the stuff that yeah, was going on back there. And I do love to do karaoke, and I love to sing with karaoke and hang out with everybody. But there were certain things I just wasn't happy about participating in, and I felt like I didn't want to present that in my videos anymore because I didn't I wasn't trying to I didn't want to endorse the some of the stuff that was happening. I didn't want to be part of it. So and it's unfortunate because I made that choice. Some people have chosen not to really hang out with me or talk to me anymore at all. So I guess that you know One of the other people I was going to mention is Wandering Jimmy. Wandering Jimmy, I am lucky enough that I get to see him when I do go out to Aja's property. I won't be going there for her birthday party this year, which I'm kind of sad about, but I'm excited about the meetup. So the meetup was it just happens to be the same weekend. The meetup in Texas is the same weekend as Aja's birthday party or Aja's birthday. So I'm guessing that her birthday party will be that weekend also. But I know that I can stop up and see Aja anytime I'd like to. She's told me I'm always welcome there. Hi, Raylene. Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. Um, it is a family, It's like being family. And it is like you lost your best friend. That's right, Barb. I mean, and I've sat with you before too. You're right. Yeah, absolutely, Tammy. Yeah, and Charlie, you have to be. I'm not sure if I'm talking to Tammy or Charlie, so I'm gonna call you because you're both lessons with Lila. I think it's Tammy, but you do. You have to be true to yourself. You know, you do. Well, hello, just popped in, Dirk. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for saying hi. Great, you'll be in. Well, I won't be in Yuma in January. In January, I will actually be in Florida. So this year, what I plan on doing is okay, Charlie's listening and you're typing. I figured that it was kind of like that. Right. Now, Rhonda's back from doing her traveling nurse job. So she's now Billy and her can do a little bit more. So that's why I'm so excited that they're going to come to. Um, if Billy's coming for sure, but if Rhonda's able to get off of work, they'll be both coming. They'll come to the event that we're having in Texas. It'll be so cool to see them. I'm excited about that. The other thing is, we talked. I mentioned Wandering Jimmy. Wandering Jimmy, even though he doesn't do his videos anymore, he's not on YouTube anymore. He's still traveling. He's still a nomad. Unfortunately, I love when I get to see him and say hello. He's a former Chicagoan. I mean, him and I had hot dogs at Portillo's here in Illinois. We met up a few years back, and when he was in town. But I do get to see him up at Aja's, and I've got Aja's come to Chicago. Also, we camped and hung around here in Illinois, in the Chicago suburbs. You know, uh, one year when she came out here, and we had a blast. We met up with her at Full Tiny House, and we had a good time. We met at this casino parking lot, and actually we just camped in the parking lot. It was really nice. Then we found this other place to camp. So it was great for her to get in the Midwest. When she was in Florida, I didn't get a chance to see her in Florida. Um, she was on the other coast, and I had other things going where I couldn't get over to the other coast. But Marcia, long lost road trip, Marcia, she was able to uh, go meet with her on the other coast, which was really kind of nice. So, D, you just got a piece of land. You're hoping to clear it and let everyone spend a couple of days on it. Well, that's pretty cool. And where is that at? What city, state, or just state? Melanie, that's really cool. If you've never had Portillo's, the best thing you do is have to try their cake shake and their chocolate cake. So their chocolate cake and their cake shake. They put chocolate cake in their shakes. But the chocolate cake by itself is really good. Although I know somebody else that made that cake very well. I probably won't have an opportunity to taste that person's cake anymore, but because I won't be seeing that person around very much anymore. But so I mentioned Jimmy. The other thing I mentioned, someone asked about RV Joey. So I saw RV Joey last year when I was in Arizona, and my friend John. he actually got to meet RV Joey. It was one of the things that he always wanted to do. And John is a WWR attendee. He came in to the WWR when we were in Tennessee. And he's also been to the Palooza before. And when we were at the Abilene State Park. So, it was, Joey kind of is like, well, she likes to be off on her own. She's very private, and she's a lot of fun to be with and hang out with and all that other good stuff. But I love North Carolina. That's cool, D. She's a lot of fun, but I think she's still somewhere in northern Arizona right now, staying up north in the cooler weather. I believe a couple of my friends said that a couple of my friends, Joan from New York, said she ran into her and that Joey was doing fine. The last time I saw Joey was in Quartzsite. Well, actually, it wasn't in Quartzsite. It was in Parker by the casino. We had breakfast, and I was leaving town. So that was I took. I had sent her a message. I said, "Hey, I'm going to be leaving town. I'm not going to be able to see you till next year, maybe." So she did. Her and John were in Parker looking, doing some errands. John was running errands, and so he asked Joe if she wanted to take a ride, and she's like, "Yeah, because I'd like to stop and see RV Rebel Girl." So we did meet up, and we had breakfast. John and RV Joey and myself at the casino. And then we all went on our way. Well, I went on my way. They went on their way. So I haven't seen or heard from her since, but that's not unusual. Oh, I didn't know that they had a Portillo's in Texas. Yes, you definitely have to go. Well, I kind of think that Portillo's has changed a lot from the original Portillo's that began in the suburbs here of Chicago, in the west suburbs. So I don't know if the food is as good where you're at or not, but I would think that the cake shake and the chocolate cake is signature. So I hope it would be, because it's very good. And actually, Craig Tarbox, I don't know if he's still on here, but Craig would probably tell you that when we had our first WWR here in Illinois, it was his birthday, and I said, I'm going to bring you a chocolate cake from Portillo's. And we did. We had chocolate cake for his birthday at Portillo's in July. It was really kind of cool. Well, I'm glad you're getting excited, because Portillo's is kind of like almost all over the place now. It was always only in Illinois, and actually it was only right in a couple. There was only a couple, like one in Naperville, one in Villa Park. I forget, one in North Lake, which is where I grew up. And there weren't that many, but boy, they really expanded. And I personally know and have met Dick Portillo, the founder, who it's named after, and he lived right here in Oak Brook. Oh, not right here where I'm at now, because I'm further away, but he lived right in Oak Brook. My son lives in Oak Brook, and Dick Portillo lived in Oak Brook. Really nice guy. One of my friends, my childhood friends, was really good friends with him. And when I was in Florida one year, I with this guy was dating from back here from Illinois. We both lived in Florida at the time. We went and he actually gave us a tour of his yacht. It's a big boat in Naples. We ran into him in Naples, and we both knew him because we had met him before. And he gave this friend of mine, Kevin, and I a tour of the boat. We had a cocktail with him on his boat in Naples. It was awesome. He's a really nice guy, but he sold it now to somebody else. But I believe his son is involved in the business now. You just retired at 61 and live on less than $1,000 a month. You live frugal life. I get it. I know what it is. If an item does not spark joy or serve a purpose, it does not come into my life. I get it. 100%. I get it. I know what you mean. And that's the way you got to be. You got to absolutely love it and got to have it. Otherwise, you're not going to spend the money on it, because You can't afford it. It's not in your budget, you know. Everybody. That's why I have a hard time with understanding or even having sympathy for the people that I meet, whether they're people that live in sticks and bricks or people that I meet along the road, they're nomads that bitch and complain and cry poor, but yet they're sitting there smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol, smoking pot, doing drugs, um, or foolishly spending their money. So I mean, don't tell it to somebody else because I don't feel sorry for you because I know what it's like. I was a single mom most of my life, I was an orphan, and then my brother and we had to raise ourselves, um, and then I had to drop out of college, and I didn't go back to school until I was working at the sheriff's office, and they had tuition reimbursement. I didn't pay off my student loan until I was 59 years old because I went to school late in life. But and being a single mom, uh, if I went out to, my son and I would go out to eat. We go to the Ponderosa. I don't know if anybody remembers Ponderosa. I'd get him the steak dinner, and I'd get with a salad bar. He'd eat the steak dinner, and I'd have the salad bar. It was a one price meal, and we shared it. So you got to know where your priorities are. If you're in a position where it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. But sometimes, I mean, I remember used to saying, "Well, I can't buy this because I didn't have cable for years." When I was working at the sheriff's office with a good job, but I couldn't afford cable and have a cell phone. And I felt that having a cell phone when I was driving long distances by myself was more important than having cable. So I had to make a choice. Oh yeah, Lorelai, it was so nice seeing everyone. Oh, you got to go? Well, thank you. You have a great Friday. You have a great Friday too. Thanks for coming in. When did YouTube start putting ads in the middle of lives? I don't know. Did you guys just have an ad in the middle of my live stream? Did I miss it? Like, did I still keep talking? I don't know how that worked. I do automatically have mid rolls, one mid roll like 18 minutes into a video or something like that um, in my live streams. But I didn't know that, not in my live stream, but in my videos, I didn't know it came up in the live stream. That's pretty funny. Oh, 2 years ago? Well, Billy, have they been in the middle of my live streams all along and I didn't know it? Hi, Judy. And you know what? I have the premium, YouTube premium, so I don't get ads. But people who I watch, they get credit just as if I did have ads. Mac and cheese and hot dogs got me through nursing school. Oh, yeah, I bet, Tammy. Absolutely. It blocked who? Me? What do you mean it blocked me? It blocked me? Oh my goodness, you shouldn't have had 3 ads. I don't know. Well, I will have to make sure I change that. I don't know. I'll have to go into another format and change it. How long have we been on? Oh, we've been on an hour. Well, I think in my regular videos it's set to have an ad every 18 minutes, but sometimes I don't have I don't have videos 18 minutes long. So, if we've been on an hour and 9 minutes, it sounds about right, Christina. Like there might be 3 ads. Oh, I see. So the ad came out and you just didn't see what I was saying. I get it. So, can't you click through it? Like skip it? Are you able to click through it like you can on regular videos? Well, hello, Dan. Well, let's say hello to the Dan van, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Everybody say hi to the Dan van. Hi, Dan. Well, hope you've been well. Oh, you were able to skip them? Okay, Melanie says you're able to skip the ads. I don't know how to do it, but you can. So the other person we were talking about is where are they now is enigmatic nomadic. Jamie. I don't know if anybody watches it, but Jamie, he's up in the like in the northeast and is with this taking care of his mom. And every once in a while he does a video, but he doesn't do too many YouTube videos anymore. And but he does check in, so that's nice. It'll be good if people check in. You know, people check in and say hello or whatever. It's kind of nice. But you know, like somebody said, one of my dear friends in Florida, a lady named Diane, and she doesn't comment very often at all. She's really quiet. And I met her when I was having dinner at her son's restaurant. And I didn't know she was a YouTube follower. I mean, I did when I went there to eat, I didn't know she was a YouTube follower. And she wrote on my video that it's kind of sad if she feels like you losing her best friend because she loves watching um, Kevin very much. So she said when somebody stops doing videos that she it was kind of like losing her best friend, you know. First time here, Julie. Thank you. Creative Life Midwife. Well, is that your YouTube channel, Julie? Welcome. And if that is your YouTube channel, everybody take note of that because Creative Life Midwife, Julie Jordan Scott. We should check out your channel. Thank you for joining us. Jamie's in, I'm sorry, you said Jamie's in New Jersey, you think? Yeah, he's in somewhere, New Jersey or Massachusetts or something like that. He does check in every once in a while, you know. Well, thanks for joining. I hope you'll subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I always say that, but so we're talking about nomads. Where are they now? And we've mentioned several. You know, we talked about Destination Open Road, Nomad Ranch, Sue and Ed, and Full Tiny House. Now they still do videos once in a while. They're not, but not as much as often. But the kids are going to school. They're doing really great. They got jobs. And Ethan just turned 18, which is imagine that. Do you remember watching their videos when they were just little bitty tykes? I mean, and they are the most respectful young children. I mean, they're so awesome. Steve has had some medical issues and but he's doing better. He's doing well. We pray for him that he continues to thrive. And you know, but I'm hoping to go see him and visit with them a bit. That's very true, Julie. It's hard when you're watching somebody's videos and then all of a sudden, you feel and they're not there. It's very sad. Um, and you're a part-time newbie. Yeah. Yes, their kids are so kind. And yes, I still follow them. And the thing of it is another person I was looking for the other day was, does anybody remember Gus in a Bus? Gus in a Bus. I met Gus in a Bus at the RTR. He was on the RTR side of the Skadden Wash in Arizona, and really nice guy, really kind of like a philosopher, I guess you would say. I don't know. Do you remember Dan Van or um, Gus in a Bus? Anybody here remember Gus in a Bus? I think Dan might be the only one here that would remember him. That was there, but well, like my friend Deborah who passed away, she would remember him because we were parked. Excuse me, we were parked right by him. But he was really, really sick, and it's been like 3 years since I've seen anything from him. So I don't know. I don't know how he's doing. He was in a hospital. He was really, really sick. So I hope he's still okay. Another person that we haven't seen in a long time, I originally met at the Palooza, and that is Southern Goodness, Kate. Kate Southern Goodness. She had like 4,000 subscribers, and she had a really good channel, and then she just disappeared. I did talk with her once, that she was, yeah, you remember him? I did talk with her once, and she was in the Keys, and I was hoping to meet up with her, but we never were able to meet up. Look at this, the Dan Van. Billy Strong at Strong's Adventure. I don't know about Gus and a bus, but I know about Dan and a van. I want to thank you, Dan, for joining in, because I haven't seen you around in a long time. I mean, I watch your videos, you know that, because I comment, but it's always nice to see you in a live stream now and again. I guess it's probably because I got on early enough, you know. Um, yes, and Melody, that was the next one on my list. Oh, I'm going to show you right here, right here. I had it written down. Barb, the old farmer's wife. I did talk to Barb. I didn't actually talk to Barb, but I did reply to something she wrote on Facebook today. So when she does put something on Facebook, or if her husband puts something on Facebook, I always, comment. I love Barb. I stayed at her property, at her farm, um, for a little while, for a couple, well, it was like 4 days or something. She taught me how to make butter. She taught me how to make ghee from raw milk. She's awesome. Awesome. Oh, and Rose says hello. Yeah, that Rose, she's sneaky. But she is, Barb from the old farmer's wife is awesome. She is a blessing to be around. And I'm very sad again with, she's got great cooking videos. And if you go on her YouTube channel, there's so many cooking videos and canning, or not cooking, but canning, all kinds of farm uh, prepper things you can learn from her. And I always refer back, especially between her and my friend Michigan Marsha, who taught me how to make the soap, you know. And she taught me how to can, and I showed her how to make butter. So we made butter and ghee together, and it was Barb's recipe that we used when I was up in Michigan at Marsha's. My friend Marsha, who from high school, we're like grammar school friends. We've been friends a long time. But yeah, a Barb is wonderful. And I do want to say, sadly, I did post it on the Palooza events page that I put things on there that happen along the way. Palooza Past, Present, and Future is the Facebook page. So I did want to say that it was sadly that Barb's son had passed away. She's had some sadness, and she's been, in her family. So she's been I think she's just been, low key. But it's hard when you're, it's like, I felt really sad when Margie said she wasn't gonna be doing YouTube anymore, or not YouTube, but she was selling her motorhome, and I felt really sad when Kevin said he wasn't going to be doing YouTube anymore. To be like, okay, I text message Kevin. Um, we've text, I don't bother him. I don't overdo it. Every once in a while I send him a text message to see how he's doing, but and I don't want to bother people. But oh, that you just got it. The Dan Ben, you just got it. Somebody just added you and subscribed. How nice. That's cool. Dee Powell. Yeah, she makes good canned meat. Yes, she does. Barb does. Yeah, Dan's been at every Palooza. Yeah, he has. So but so it ends up, it is, like I said, it's sad, almost brings a tear to my eye when you lose contact with it. Just like when I lost my friend Deb, I was like, I can't believe I'm, and the funny thing about it, when I last saw her in Quartzsite, she pulled away. Dan and all of us were parked in Yuma, and Deborah pulled away, and I said, oh my gosh, her her uh, her vehicle, her bounder sounded like a hot rod, and we were laughing. And then when I went into Quartzsite, when on my way back from Human, I stopped in Quartzsite at the 76 there, to just, I got stopped there to fuel up on my way to Las Vegas. She was parked on the side and I start beeping the horn and she comes running out screaming, I knew it was you. I knew it was you. And I said, I get to see you one more time before I go. And it was the last time I got to see her before she passed away. But I truly do miss her. Yeah, Jojo, she lost her son. One of her, that was very sad. And so when you have your friends going through that sadness, it's very difficult, and I was very fortunate when my brother passed away, full time, or was I mean right before he passed away, when I had to rush home. Full Tiny House was there with me in Wisconsin and helped me. Ethan helped me pack up my camper and everything so I could get back to Chicago from Wisconsin to see my brother, who had taken a turn for the worse. He had esophageal cancer, and I lost him like a week or so after that. But so those are some of the people, and also the turtle people. I call them the turtle people, but Sheldon's Travels. I know there was some controversy about Sheldon's Travels, but they did join us in Florida one year when we were doing Nomads in Paradise, Tiny House, and Strong's, and Kate from Southern Goodness, and Mike, Living Free Mike was there with us, and Rossi Poo. Ross still keeps in touch with me. Every once in a while, he sends me an email or text message, and he's not there. He's in Florida. He's on the other coast, and he sends me a message to stop by. So that's kind of nice. I still hear from him. But so Mike and Stephanie, they're out there work camping and doing stuff like that, but they don't put out too many videos anymore. And I don't think they even have their channel called Sheldon's Travels anymore. When I looked it up today, it said Mike and his last name. I don't know what his last name is. I forgot. It starts with an M. But it didn't say Sheldon's Travels anymore. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. Oh, you just got an ad? Oh, I think there's a thing you can click through it. Sorry. I'm going to have to go into, see, because I use the StreamYard program, and the StreamYard is different than, and it sends everything to YouTube. So I'm going to have to go into the YouTube portion of my studio and make sure that when I do a live stream, it doesn't do the ads. Sorry. If you click on it, it's okay. I mean, I'll still make a penny or half a penny. Half a penny will do. Isn't there a Christmas song like that? Yeah, forgot about the Sheldon's Travel. How can we forget about people, It's sad. It sucks when we get older that we all get older, and it's inevitable what happens to our friends. I got a mosquito around. I got my wine and my coffee cup, and I forget about a Friday cup. Who else did I was there? And then, well, Caravan Carolyn. Now, I do message with Caravan Carolyn now and again. We keep in touch. I do watch a lot of her shorts or her videos. I try to continue to watch them. I did mention a video way back. I said something about how I went through all the channels I was subscribed to, and I deleted some of them. Well, I deleted channels of people that I really didn't even know, but I might have watched something of theirs and I liked it, so I subscribed, and it wasn't part of our community or anything like that. But even people in in the Nomad community that I may not talk to or hang out with or camp with or anything, I don't delete the subscription. I'm still subscribed to them. I mean, some people who have been downright nasty to me, I'm still subscribed to them. I might not be in their membership, but I still subscribe to them, and I haven't unsubscribed. So that's, like I said before. If you are in my membership where they ask you to pay or whatever, don't feel bad if you have to. I'm not going to be mad at you or stop talking to you or talk bad about you if you can't subscribe, or if you have a better way to allocate your money, I understand. I get it, you know. But I hope you still subscribe to me and you'll still be my friend, you know. You getting old. Let's see. Oh, you used to follow them. Yeah, and they don't do Sheldon's Travels. I don't think they're doing any videos at all. I haven't seen anything. But and they've had their issues. But then there's those people that we love, that we can't wait, and we love and we adore, that are just not gonna travel anymore. They're not YouTubers, but they camp out with us. You know how many people have gone to the Palooza that are not YouTubers? Now, I'll tell you one couple that I adore is Gypsy Pear. Now, they have a YouTube channel, but they don't really make a lot of videos, but they're not really traveling anymore. Sometimes health issues cause you not to travel anymore, but we miss Dennis, not Denise, Dennis and Debbie. We miss them. Deb's Van Venture. Oh, she was a very good friend of mine. And, but we went our separate ways. For whatever reason, our lives took different paths and things just weren't maybe right with us. But I still cared about her as a friend. And we still had some wonderful, great times together that we laughed and had fun. And I only wish her well. I think she's an awesome creator. When she wants to make a video, she's a very good videographer, or whatever you want to call it. She makes really good videos, makes you laugh. She's funny. And I wish her well. I understand she's doing pretty well. In fact, I think she might be up at Kevin's right now. And then there's Carolyn that stays up at Kevin's, the other Carolyn, the third Carolyn, but not the third Carolyn, but the fourth Carolyn, not the three YouTuber Carolyns, if I've just been confusing. Not Caravan Carolyn, not RV Rebel Girl Carolyn, and not Carolyn's Van Life or RV Life. Not us three Carolyns, but the other Carolyn, the Rock Carolyn, the Carolyn who makes the beautiful rock sidewalks up at Kevin's. Lovely, lovely, wonderful, beautiful lady. And she comes down to Quartzsite, and she hangs out there and with us. And when we were staying down at Quartzsite at the LTVA, very nice woman. She's not a YouTuber, but and I try to keep in touch with her. We're both Christians, and we share stuff about the Lord, so it's really kind of cool. I'm one of the few without YouTube. Now, Judith, yes, I know you're not a YouTuber, but we love you. You're one of our, you're not, and you don't have to be a YouTuber to be at the meetup. The meetup isn't about being a YouTuber. It's just about like-minded people who travel. And a lot of traveling people are not YouTubers. Well, that's really nice that you said that, Melanie, that nomads are the best people. And then, did I mention Aja? Aja and Jeff? They're awesome people. I love meeting them and traveling with them. And I love to go up to her property and visit her. She's like so hospitable, and she makes you feel so welcome. And pardon me, the wine just made me hiccup. Always, always have an awesome, wonderful time up at her property. Always have good, but she's not missing in action or anything. We do get to see her. She has 2 channels now, and she does a gardening channel, which is awesome, really cool. I love watching it. It's like I can't wait to see what she's going to do next on her property, because I'm not going to be able to get up there for her birthday, but I might be able to stop up there maybe, because I'd like to go up and see Kevin, and maybe I'll be able to stop and see her before I go back to Illinois, because I will go back to Illinois for Christmas this year. And that's true. Charlie and Tammy, they're not YouTubers. And I like to try to keep in touch with them, whenever I can, because I do have Tammy's email, but I'm never sure if I'm sending it to the right place, And I'm so excited that we're going to get to see you in Texas. I am very excited. So there are a lot of people that that are YouTubers that have chosen not to be on YouTube anymore, or they were YouTubers and travelers who have decided not to travel anymore, but they might do a little YouTube once in a while. But then there's those travelers that were doing both and aren't going to do any of it anymore. And or there's people that you've met along the way. Now recently I found out that my friend Joan rocks. That's what I call her, Joan rocks, because she rocks. Um, that she's just gonna, she put on Facebook the other day that she's just gonna be a snowbird. She's not gonna travel. Now she does not have a YouTube channel. She taught me how to play Phase 10. And Joan, I got dominoes now, and I thought we could play dominoes this season. Hopefully, I'll see you in Quartzsite. Um, she's an awesome lady. I love her. She's in her little scamp. I think it's a scamp, not a casita, but it's one of the little egg ones. And she'd go all over the place. I just admire her a lot. She's always fun to be around, and I like because she's into like just sitting and playing cards or sitting and playing dice, playing Phase 10 dice game, or you know or doing crafts. It's not like, you have to, it's not like you got to be drinking and getting drunk, or not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying that. Because I like to have a cocktail once in a while, and I'm having a wine right now. But, there's sometimes you just want to chill. Just some people come and hang up just to get a 30-second clip of a transit tell it. No, I'm saying it wrong. On your first palooza, because we were just in awe. Tarantula. I had to bring it up. Tarantula. Yes, I remember the tarantula at the palooza. Yes, I remember that. Ah, Billy. Yes, no, really. Yes, that's where you met the whole gang. That's right, Billy Strong. The core four. No, no, no. Yes, 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 Tammy. A tarantula. Ah, isn't Joan really sweet? I'm gonna really, and that's even like Barb Connor. I don't know if you're still in here, Barb, but I met her with Pup Camper. I think I met her with Pup Camper, but I met her in Quartzsite. I think was the first time I met her. I really liked her. We clicked. It was nice sitting and talk. She got her RV at the same place I got my RV that I'm in right now. Yeah, we talked about that. We had that in common. It was really, really fun. Uh, well, when you start your channel, just make sure you come on here and tell us what the name of it is so we can all subscribe. And then you'll have some instant subscribers, Dee. Yes, we do have some great memories of going to Texas to go to the Paloozas. They were some of the best times of my life. And actually, that, and that's why I didn't have a meetup, do any kind of a meetup last year. I hadn't done a WWR since Tennessee. Yeah, but we did the one in Illinois, we did one in Tennessee, and now the WWR. Billy and I discussed it, and I discussed it with Billy, since it was basically something that I started, but I always like to have an opinion of my friends, and Billy happened to have an ear that day for me, and we thought that we're calling it, this is a WWR that we're having at the end of September in Texas at Martin Lake Creek State Park. I hope I didn't mix it up again. In Tatum, Texas, the 26th, 27th, 28th. I'll be there the 25th. I'll be there Thursday. I'll be checking out on Monday. I did get the screen shelter for 2 nights for us, for Friday night and Saturday night. We have to be out of there Sunday. But so that we do have a screen shelter to kind of hang at, because it's not like when we were in Abilene, we had the kitchen and all the other stuff. It's not like that. But a lot of our friends that have gone to other meetups with us will be coming there. People who have gone to the WWR as well will be there in Texas. And I hope anybody can come. You don't have to be invited. It's a state park, so the price, the cost is not as bad as going to an RV park. And it's WWR is not standing for Wheel Wonders Rendezvous this time. It is a symbol of we will return. It's us. We're a bunch of boomerangs. We're coming back to Texas, and we're going to meet up with the friends that we've known for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So it's really sad that we are losing some of them. I don't know what happened to Deborah Joy. Watching you. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for Billy for. Oops, wait, where's it at? I was trying to put that in there. Here you go. Thank you for Billy. Pup Camper had a question about our previous meetups. This meetup is going to be very slow. I mean, I think it's going to be very small, very quaint. Just a small group of people. We're just going to enjoy each other. Martin Creek Lake State Park. Thanks, Billy Strong. Martin Creek Lake State Park. I keep wanting to switch those two words, but it's a nice park, and we'll be in the Broken Bowl, BOWL, like a bowl you eat out of, Broken Bowl section. And a couple of people have gotten some that don't have RVs or tents or whatever, have gotten little cabins, and they have screen shelters. And I did, like I said, I rented a screen shelter, and we're going to have a screen shelter so we could have our coffee station in there. Compliments of, thanks to our friends, Lessons with Lila, Tammy and Charlie. Charlie has agreed again. He's come through. He did it for the WWRs and several of our other meetups in Texas. He is going to make the coffee, bring the coffee pot, and he's going to make the coffee. Time to get up to make the coffee. Wasn't that a donut commercial? Time to go make the donuts. Maybe we'll even bring donuts. Uh-oh. Being a former police officer, I don't usually talk about donuts. Yay, Charlie. Charlie is definitely going to make the coffee. And we're going to bring the coffee. Rhonda and I have put our funds together to get, Rhonda and Billy and I put our funds together. We're going to bring enough coffee and some creamer and some sugar. You got to bring your own coffee cup. And when you come to the potluck on Saturday, you got to bring your own dishes and silverware. That's the way it goes. We'll, everybody think about now what you want to make at the potluck. We hope that you'll bring a dish to the potluck. But if you cannot afford to bring a dish, then you just come and have dinner with us. Because I'm sure there'll be enough food for everybody. There always is. If you cannot afford it, you don't have to worry about it. Just so you know. Okay, I'm making him sleep in the shelter so he doesn't wake me up. Oh, Lila, did you guys get a shelter? A screen shelter? The screen shelters don't have windows. But like I was saying earlier before you came on, if you got a screen shelter, the park ranger told me that there's like hooks on the inside of the screen shelter. If you bring tarps, you can put the tarps on and it'll keep any rain out. Well, keep the rain from hitting you. It won't necessarily keep the rain out, but it will keep it from hitting you if it should rain. It better not rain. But it wouldn't be unlikely, because I remember the first one I went to, it rained. The very first one, it rained. We were at the campsite. It was rain all over the place, and we were trying to watch the live stream. But oh, the shelter he's making coffee in. Oh, you're going to make him come and sleep in that shelter? Is he snoring? Judith, thank you so much. Stay cool, you too. And be safe, travels. And I hope we see you again on here. And I hope maybe we see you down the road somewhere. I think we had a lot of great people here tonight. I'm so happy. So happy. Oh, yeah. Isn't she, JoJo? She's tough. And JoJo, I need you to email me your address. If you can, please. I'm not sure if it's the same one I already have, and so I don't want to say your address over, on here. But by Judith. But if you can you text me or email me your address? I want to make sure I have the right one. Oh, you think I'll see you in Florida? I hope so, Melanie. Maybe we will see you in Florida. So I do want to say this is that now that we have talked about all the people that we've missed and, we don't see anymore. And I'm sure there's a lot more. I just can't think of them. All those people, awesome, great people I met at the van builds in Parker and at the RTRs, ever since my first RTR. And, it's so sad. It's so sad that we're losing, some of our community. Oh, the other person I was going to mention, I had it written down, but I didn't say it, was Dave's RV Life. I don't think he's traveling much anymore, but I know he's still doing videos for those people who watch Dave's RV Life. This is the box. And I hadn't opened it yet. I think I mentioned that in my last video that I had not opened it. Okay, Fort Myers. Yeah, I'll be in Fort Myers, Melanie. You gotta... Jerry. Hi, Jerry. Good to see you on here. Thank you. Oh, Dan, Judith said, good night, Rose. There will not be a Rose joke after this live stream. Unless Dan wants to send me one and I'll put it in here real quick. Or Dan, you can come up on screen and tell a Rose joke if you'd like. Let me send you the link. I don't know if I still can. Let me see. Hi, Frank. Dave still goes south for the winters and videos it. Frank, what is Dave video? Hi, Frank. Here you go, Dan. If you've got a Rose joke, I'd be happy to have you come up on screen with us. Or Billy, or anybody who wants to come up on screen. You just got to wait in the green room. As soon as I see you, I'll bring you into the video. Because we're going on an hour and 43 minutes. So I think we'll wrap it up after 15 minutes. Uh-oh, my TV just decided to start talking. And I don't know if it's because Danny's sitting on my remote or what. Oh, maybe it stopped. Okay. I don't know. So here they are. T-shirts. They're here. WWR t-shirts. So I have to decide whose are whose and put your names on them. People that ordered them. Jojo, t-shirt. If you're here, if you're still here, send me. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my television. It's all of a sudden my thing started up on. Oh, I know what it is. I hit the remote. Jojo, I have to shut that off. If you're here, if you're still here. Wait a minute. It's on my TV. I was going to say, Jojo, I have a t-shirt for you. It's It's not in the plastic. It's the first one that I bought. It was a size medium, and I said it's too big. It's too small. I rather have a large. But I didn't hear from you, and so I didn't know if you wanted one. So if you still want it, if you want the medium, I'll send it out to you. Just send me your address, and I'll mail it to you, because I know that you can't get out here. Okay, so send me. Oh, do I have something? Dan's gonna come up on screen with us. Let's see if I just added you, Dan. Hold on a second. It should bring you in here. Uh-oh, unless you got a bad internet wherever you're at, because I just added you in.
Says I'm in the show, but
there you are. Hey,
all I see is me, so I don't know if you're hearing me or not.
I hear you. Can you hear me?
It says everyone can see and hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, I hear you now, and I see you now. You just came on screen.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
I'm Nifty Nito.
Cool. Good to see you.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay. Well, Rose says that she hears people are going around the neighborhood checking on the elderly and bringing donuts. So she says she wants everybody to know that's doing the checking. She's up by 6 a.m.
Say it again. I'm sorry. I lost you on that. She says that everybody's
Rose,
going around the neighborhood.
She heard that there's a group, a church group. We'll say there's a church group going around checking on and they're bringing donuts. So she wants everyone to know that she's up by 6 a.m. So she'll be ready for those donuts.
Oh, we love Rose, don't we, Dan?
I do.
Yeah, everybody loves waving like crazy at you. Lessons from Lila.
Okay.
I don't know if for some reason I was getting some kind of an echo, and I don't know why. But and now there you go. That's a better view of you. And great, and you even put your name in there.
Yeah, well, it asked me for it, so I figured why not.
So where are you?
I am in Texas, Livingston. I'm near Huntsville.
Oh, great.
Oh, I'm close to Lake Livingston.
That's where
we had a bunch of rain here today.
Oh wow, we had a bunch of rain too the last couple of days. Very bad rain. Yeah,
I'll be here for probably till WWR. Well, I'm going to drive around. I'll be in Houston and some other places. But yeah, and then after that, I'm coming to the WWR.
Well, great. I'm glad to hear that you're coming. I didn't know you were coming. That's good news to hear.
Yeah, I got site 41. I don't even know where that is.
Is it in the bowl? The broken bowl?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it might be near us. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It can't be that far. I think I'm in like 39 or 29 or Lila, Tammy, what site are you in? Oh, wait a minute. I got a list of some people. Hold on. Let me look. I'm glad to hear that you're coming. Because some people
I was on the Facebook group.
Oh, I guess I didn't see that. I guess I must not have seen that because let's see. Well, I don't know where 41 is, but I know that Hartman's are on 31, Crystal's on 29. Tim, More Bang for Your Bucks is on 24. Rex, I don't know what side he's on. He didn't tell me. I'm on 34. Lila and Charlie on 22. And so I think 41 can't be that far away from us. I mean, it's probably in that same loop somewhere.
Could be. I'm not sure.
Cool.
I just grabbed the site that was available.
Oh, are they pretty booked up?
Well, there was probably 3 or 4 other sites, but it was the first one, and I was having trouble with the website. It took me like 3 tries.
You know, somebody else said that too. I don't remember who it was. Somebody said that. That's interesting.
Probably Rex. That's when I met with him up in Cheyenne. He told me he didn't like it either. He was having problems.
Yeah, he didn't tell me what site he's on, but someone else was trying to get a site, and they said that the park was like almost booked up. I'm like, you're kidding. It's probably not for us. I don't know, because maybe there's a lot of people that just didn't tell me they were coming. I mean, not that it matters. The more the merrier,
Right.
But
Yep.
that's cool. So what we got? I went ahead. I don't know. You came in. I don't know if you knew this, that I rented the one of the screen shelters for us to make our base camp, and so we could at least put our food in there or something and hang out outside. Because they don't
Sounds
have like
good.
wagon wheel or anything. But so I think that
Right.
should be good enough. You know,
Good.
we can put food in there, get it away or whatever we want, keep it away from the bugs. But just going to
Yep.
be low key, like our original meetups were. You know,
That'll be good. That'll be good.
I'm looking forward to it. I think Papa Texas might be coming too. Billy said.
Okay.
Um, Not sure though. We know how that is.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. People have other things they got to do or whatever. But I'm excited about it. I'm
Good. You
hoping
should be.
I'm hoping that we're going to have good weather. And it's just I'm missing everybody. I just feel like I'm just missing everybody.
I think
A lot
it's
of,
an excellent name. We will return.
and the boomerang,
Yeah.
I do too. I like it. We like it. I'm glad there's the boomerang
Okay.
on the t-shirt, but we didn't know if we'd be coming back there, but we're back there, and maybe next year it'll be someplace else, but that's okay too.
Yeah. Why
As
not?
long as long as we're all meeting up together somewhere. It's
Exactly.
kind of nice to keep it in that one area that's centralized in the US, because people can come from either side to the middle there. I mean, who knows? Maybe next year we can do Missouri or Kansas or uh, Oklahoma. You never know. Somewhere
Right.
central, something centralized, because September is a good, or October is a good month,
Yeah.
you know. Um, and then I'll be headed to get my camper fixed in Nevada. Everything's good with you? You look good.
Oh yeah. Everything's great. Yeah.
I
Just
like your little
got back.
shelter.
Been in Idaho and Montana, and then a little bit of Wyoming to meet with Rex. But
Nice.
now I'm back in Texas.
I saw you guys met up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Billy Strong says that Rex had to call in his reservation. So if
Yeah. I think he
anybody
might.
who's listening, if you tried to make a reservation and you couldn't do it online, you can call the state park and they'll help you.
Yep.
That's nice. Texas state parks are really well. Oh yeah, Lila says. Guess where Lila says? Are one of our favorite places, Honeywell. I don't know if we could do it. I don't know if we could do a meet up there. Do you think? Because there's only so many spots there.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Honeywell, though, too, was they had all those boats you could just take if you had a life jacket, and you could go out in the water for free in the little boats. Remember? They had a dump there. It was a nice park because we stopped there. Oh, Billy sent you a map, Dan. Uh-oh, you're frozen. So it might be his. It might be your. Oh, you're frozen for a minute. Maybe it's your internet. How's your internet?
Well, I think it's because I was trying to look at the map
Oh, I'm
that Billy
sorry.
sent me.
Oh, could be. Could be. Yeah, he sent you a map.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's getting late. I need to go here soon.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
And thanks for coming into the live stream. It's always good to see you.
And Rose says that when she was young, she was poor, but thanks to hard work and good effort, she's still poor.
Oh, you just gotta love that, Rose, huh?
Yeah.
So everybody, it's been 2 hours. It's time to sign off. Thanks, Dan Van, for coming on and visiting with us. Thank you to Strong's Adventure for being my moderator in that wrench, even though we never have any problems. Lessons with Lila, JoJo, everybody. The Troubles with Pearl, all the great people that joined us in our live stream tonight. Thank you for joining us. And always keep in touch, because look at what happened. We're losing so many of our friends. Let's all keep in touch with each other. And let's sign off, and we'll see you soon, or talk to you soon. Maybe another live stream before the event, but hopefully we'll see you all at, or who can come to WWR. And otherwise, we'll see you down the road. Love you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Mwah. Be safe. Safe travels. Good night.